Hello and good evening from the St. Louis Park High School Athletic Field. I'm Bruce Hoban along with Paul Baudwin. And Paul, tonight it's a rivalry as Benilde-St. Margaret heads west into the city of St. Louis Park and through the city of St. Louis Park to play the St. Louis Park Orioles, where the Orioles come into this game with a 2-1 record. And for the Red Knights, they come into this game with a 0-3 record, which is very surprising for Benilde. But when you look at their schedule and who they played some tough competition. So really, this could be a very good football game that we have here tonight, homecoming here at St. Louis Park.
Yeah, we're anticipating a good football game, and Benilde-St. Margaret is 0-3, and the St. Louis Park Oriole fans are certainly not unaware of that, as we were hearing an 0-3 chant coming from the park side just a few minutes ago. But they've had a tough schedule. The Orioles are coming off of two huge wins, one a really fun overtime win, and then last week a very convincing win against Two Rivers, which was formerly Simley High School. And it looks like it'll be a great game tonight in the battle for the park. The crowd's fired up. Mr. Schmitz has the band going. It's a beautiful night. It's what we'd call football weather out here, that kind of low 60s, 50-degree weather. It feels like fall in Minnesota right now. I'm looking forward to a great night of Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, Jason Foster has done a great job with the St. Louis Park team, and he faces a coach in his first year at Benilde-St. Margaret. So this is a big game for Sean McMenemy because he really needs to get on board with his first win of his high school opportunity here at Benilde-St. Margaret. So.
Absolutely, but he's going to have to contend with a fierce, fired-up, energized St. Louis Park Oriole football team with some momentum and a fired-up crowd.
Well, St. Louis Park has Nick Kent, a great kicker that we've had a chance to see, able to put the ball in the end zone on occasion, and he's going to kick off for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Flashes of the great Roy Kent from Ted Lasso.
Ball fielded by the Red Knights at the 20, and
a little flip over there with the returner bringing the ball back and trying to hop over the tackler, but he got him, and everybody's all right. Here we go with our play from scrimmage.
Yeah, that was Brady Wine returning the kick, and now the Red Knights will start on offense. And for the Red Knights, it's Jamarius Courtney as the quarterback, Luke Ferdine the running back, wide receivers Zane Slater, Tyler Zachman, and Max Hobbs.
We apologize for the wind you might be hearing. We've chosen to broadcast outside, because of COVID and all that, but also, Bruce, we're just men of the people. We like being out here with the crowd.
Oh, we do, and I've already lost a couple sheets into the wind, so hopefully I have enough to still go with the rest of this game here. Quarterback Courtney is 39 of 66 passing so far this season.
First on Red Knights from the 10.
He 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. They run a spread offense.
Taking their time.
They haven't run the ball particularly well in their first couple games. It's actually a nice run off the left tackle spot.
Yep, nice run off the tackle spot, got a couple yards, and also a nice wrap-up tackle. I think both teams are satisfied with their work on the first play from scrimmage.
And that was Luke Ferdine getting the carry that time. He's in the backfield. We got Slater lined up to the near side of the wideout spot, trips to the far side. Again, a spread offense. Courtney, he's going to take it himself. Finds a little hole, gets up to the 17-yard line.
Nice little scamper by Courtney there to pick up a couple more yards.
Orioles' leading tackler is Ben Arteaga, 23 tackles so far this season. He's played outstanding, Christian Arteaga. And then we have Kemp for the Orioles, Daryl Kemp. He's got 19 tackles and 2 interceptions. And Courtney, quick pass, and it's deflected, almost intercepted.
Yeah, Courtney under some pressure there, had to get rid of the ball quickly, but receiver was well defended and could have even been an interception, as you noted, Bruce. A nice stop for the St. Louis Park Orioles, and it looks like we got the punting unit coming on for the Red Knights.
Yeah, great play by Christian Arteaga as he got in front of the receiver, not allowing that short pass up the middle. So punting situation, hitter will do the punting. It's hard to see the numbers on these uniforms, but I think it's Walsh and Giovanelli back. High snap goes into the end zone. It's out of the end zone. We're going to have a safety.
Safety for the Orioles.
Safety for the Orioles.
Not the start the Red Knights would hope to come out of here against the local rival, but there we are. We got a safety for the Orioles. The Red Knights will be taking a free kick to the Orioles. It will be up 2-0 with hand of the ball.
So a muffed snap on the punt. And again, it's, you know, the temperature here is still around 62 degrees. Not cold enough to really blame the cold weather on that snap. Just not a good snap that time, and the Orioles take a 2-0 lead.
Maybe just a little case of the yips, or as we Minnesota baseball fans sometimes like to call them, the knoblocks.
So the Orioles on board first, and they're going to get the football back here. Hitter will punt the football, which he was going to do the last time too.
Just under a little less pressure this time, and he doesn't have to deal with a snap.
Actually, they have the wind a little bit to their back, so he should be able to, if he gets this one in the air, should sail a little bit here.
But a great opportunity for Park to jump up to a big lead. It'll be good for them to take advantage of this.
Good punt, fielded at the 30, across the 40, 45, good cut. Orioles are going to have great field position.
Walsh on the return,
at
kicks
the
it across
48.
midfield.
Yep, so it's Walsh.
Yeah, Brady Walsh with the return does a nice job bringing it into Red Knights Field. So the Orioles looking at first and 10 here from about the 48.5-yard line. And one of the advantages they have is they don't need to go too far to get into field goal position today.
Well, Will Dvorak will lead the Orioles. He's 34-68 on the season, 516 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Man in motion to the far side. And the pitch, inside pitch, went to the Orioles. Number 10, that's Stanley Reguinti.
Yeah, and it was a nice little design, and the Red Knights were all over it with a tackle for a loss. Kind of surprised to see them come out with a pitch to number 10 rather than sort of the go-to guy, Deontez Raz, the last couple of weeks, who's now no longer listed as wide receiver / running back. He's just their running back.
And he's done a great job for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Sure has.
Deontay Raz, 39 carries, 239 yards, a 6.1 yard per carry average.
2 touchdowns last week.
Yeah, but he gets the football, and Benilde does a good job there as they hold Deontay to maybe 2 yards. Maybe a yard is what they're going to call it.
Yeah.
So
the Red Knights offensive line or defensive line has done really well here in this first series for them, really plugging things up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and they're led defensively by Ryan Seaver. He's got 34 tackles. And if you look at him, he's got the club hand. He's got the broken hand. So he's got the Conrad Dobler. I don't know if anyone can remember that from Arizona, but he wore the big mitt and used to hit people with it. But I don't think that's his intention here.
He's got a man.
He's got a long pass going down the sideline.
Oh, look at that!
Stefano Giovanelli for the St. Louis Park Orioles, and the Orioles light it up quickly.
Well, you know, that's exactly how this offense likes to run. A few weeks ago, Giovanelli was Dvorak's main target. You get Dvorak rolling out, and he just does wonderful things. Finds his man, throws a beautiful ball in there to Giovanelli, who they like to call Doobie. And we did, though, have a Red Knights defender who almost got there, turned on the gas, and almost went to break it up. But a great pass, great catch. Park off to a great start here today at homecoming in the battle for the Park.
The Orioles will attempt the extra point. High snap, but the kick is up and good. Good placement.
Hence extra point is
that was a high snap and a great job for the Orioles to get it down. But there you see Giovanelli putting the Orioles on board. And I was going to actually say, Giovanelli was so hot the first game, but he's been cooled down the last couple of games. I think that's the player that teams have keyed on. But he came into this game 8 catches for 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. There's his 3rd of the season.
Yeah, so big start for Park, up 9-0 here to start the game. And Red Knights have got to kind of collect themselves and get together and do what they know they can do. They know they can play with this football team. They play them every year. They've had a rough schedule to begin their year, and they know they can stick with these guys. And I'd like to see them kind of get back into this. There's plenty of time. Don't worry about it. We're only got 9 minutes left in the first quarter, so lots of football left to be played tonight.
Well said, Paul. Absolutely. Plenty of time left in this game, and Orioles will kick off.
Fredine deep. Walsh's kick.
Couple broken tackles.
Fredine on the return.
Fredine gets it out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the kick
Walker
not
on
into the
stop.
end zone, and Fredine is able to bring it out to the 35. Decent field positions for the Red Knights.
First down, Red Knights from their own 35.
This is Fredine coming to the near side. He's pulled down. Good defensive play by the Orioles.
That was number 11, Moot, on the tackle there, I think.
Moot on the
Yeah,
stop.
Thomas Moot with a great play as he comes across.
So it's 2nd and 10 for the Red Knights. They got to get some things going, get their spirits back up.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So Jamarius Courtney comes onto the field, trying to let Zane Slater know what he's calling here. And it's going to be a keeper. And the Orioles give up about 3 yards to Jamarius.
It's a tough quarterback to bring down.
Yeah, Jamarius, a junior, has got good size and good speed, but right now they're faced with a 3rd down. Big,
Brings up 3rd and 7.
big series for them. I think they really need to sort of get something going here to get in this football game.
Yeah, that's right, Bruce. When you're on the road, you don't want to get yourself down too far, but still lots of game left. It can sometimes be a tale of two halves, but they would love to get a nice, good drive here. And let's see if Courtney can convert on a 3rd and long.
Rolling to the near side. And now he's just going to hold on to it and brought down by the Orioles. No room for Jamarius Courtney to go, and he's taken down at the 36-yard line. So we'll bring up a 4th down for the Red Knights and a punting situation again.
Yeah, that was good defense by the Orioles there. Just good coverage. Jamarius Courtney had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and so he did the right thing and just tucked the ball down so as not to give up a fumble or an interception or anything like that. And so hopefully they can punt the ball away and maybe get this into a little bit of a field position game.
Reguinti and Walsh back to receive the punt. Hitter, this time he gets a good snap. Good kick. Orioles going to let it go. Actually, it goes out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark this one. Just at the 30-yard line. So no return.
And that's a nice punt there for the Red Knights to get the Orioles buried a little more deep into their own territory. And maybe they got a shot here to slow things down and get their composure and get back into this football game. Again, only down 9-0, and that's really just due to one bad snap. Otherwise, worst case scenario, we'd be looking at 7-0, which doesn't sound or feel as bad as 9-0. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, Paul. And so now we'll see what Dvorak can do here. He's got the football, and he hands off. Inside handoff is Deontay's Ross Jr., and the Red Knights stack that up, gain of maybe a yard at most.
On the carry.
Yeah, and again, so far the Red Knights have really been able to plug up the line of scrimmage there, which if they can take away that run game from the Orioles, that could really turn things around as the game progresses.
2nd down.
When we saw the Orioles throw the ball downfield, and when you throw the ball downfield a couple times, that allows the defense to sort of not be able to stack the box as much, and I think that's what the Orioles just have to mix it up a little bit in this football game. They're going to give it to Ross again. And this time Ross gets a few more yards as he heads out across the 35 to the 36. Brought down by Dan Porsche.
Met by Porrish.
And again, that's a decent run there by Roz with a plugged up line of scrimmage. He still managed to just use that strength and that body he has to pick up a few yards to be at 3rd and short rather than 3rd and a little bit longer, which opens up the playbook a bit.
If you just joined us, Orioles lead 9-0, 5:39 to go in the first quarter. Homecoming here from St. Louis Park, a good crowd for the Orioles. It's always fun when they're playing before this big crowd. Rolling to the far side is Dvorak. Throws across the field, and it's broken up by Fredine. And a nice play intended for Giovanelli.
Incomplete.
And that's a nice,
Artiga.
that's a nice play by Fredine there to get in there and break that up. It was a good throw. He had Artiga, and Fredine just got in there and broke it up. Good play. It brings up 4th down.
Yeah, it's a little tough pass when you're going right. He's running to his left and has to throw back across his body, and sometimes you just don't get enough footing to get a good solid throw on that one.
Yep, and sometimes when you do that, you end up losing the NFC Championship game in New Orleans.
Zach Helfman will do the punting.
To the Red Knights.
He punts to Fredine. Nice high punt. Fredine calls for the fair catch.
And he
fumbles it. And let's see.
I think he got it.
I think he got it back, yep. That was really a good play by Fredine to be able to, with the quick hands after he muffed it, to be able to get back on it. And the Orioles were in there hard. They had 2 guys coming in, converging around that football. And Fredine, fortunately for the Red Knights, was able to get the football.
Yeah, Fredine did a nice job calling for the fair catch, but even though you know those guys can't hit you, when they're running in on you, you feel that pressure and it can get to you. And like you said, really good hands, good feet, good knees of Fredine to get down and scoop up that ball.
Yeah, it was a really good punt too. High punt, gave plenty of time for the Orioles to get down there and maybe cause that. Back to pass. Courtney's under pressure. He gets hit, but completes the pass across the middle.
Wow.
Wow, he did. He just got nailed, but Max Benning with the catch for the Red Knights at about the 43-yard line. So the first down of the game for the Red Knights, and that was a big play.
Yeah, and I didn't think he had a chance of getting that ball off with a good throw. I thought for sure he'd get hit it as he threw, but I don't know if he felt the pressure, but he got rid of that ball quick, threw a dart. Really good play by Courtney and the receiver to get to a Red Knights first down.
Yeah, Courtney may want to hand this one off here just to take a little breather. Fredine in the backfield. And Fredine goes nowhere. What a great play by Jimmy Hager.
Off the guard.
Yeah, and Courtney really did have to hand off there, and I think the Orioles knew it, and they were stacked up and ready to go and get into the backfield and get a tackle for a loss.
Second down.
Second down, 13 yards to go. We saw in that overtime game we did, we saw like Jefferson have the ball on the 5-yard line in that overtime, and St. Louis Park came up with a big play, pushed them back to the 10-yard line on first down, so it was 2nd and 10, then they threw that interception. So
that's right.
Courtney, he's got time, plenty of time for Courtney, and now he finds a receiver. It's complete to number 9, Tyler Zachman. And Zachman gets to the 41. So a nice play for the Red Knights and great blocking up front to allow Courtney plenty of time to find the receiver.
Yep, and Courtney, yeah, he had all day back there, could really just survey the field. Finally did I'll call it a semi-check down, a nice pass, a little short pass that gets him to a first down, and they're on the march.
Max Benning lines up on the far side along with Max Hobbs. Zane Slater to the near side. Courtney back to pass. Quick throw to the near side, incomplete. Saw some pressure coming from up the middle.
Second down.
And I'm not sure if there was a miscommunication there, Bruce, or what. It looked like he threw it right in between the receivers. Maybe thought Fredine was going to cut back deep, but he cut back in. Not sure, but it looked like a little bit of miscommunication on that play. But luckily for the Red Knights, just an incomplete pass, no interceptions, nothing disastrous.
Just want to let you know if your car's parked on the east side. You got your alarm going
Somebody's
off.
alarm's going off.
Courtney, he's going to run it. Trying to follow the blockers. Stays on his feet. So good run by Courtney. And you can see, he's just a big guy, tough to bring down.
Yeah, nice little spin move on the inside there to pick up a couple more yards. And again, that brings you to not quite third and long as you would have. So those are bigger
Pearson
runs
on
than
the
they
tackle.
sometimes look.
But when you get in this
Brings up
territory,
third down.
sometimes you're getting close to 4-down territory. So the Red Knights could just look at it and try and just take this as let's get a few here and go for it on 4th down. So.
Yeah, absolutely, Bruce. It's too far to kick the field goal and a punt. The net gain might be 10 or 15 yards.
Courtney runs a screen pass.
Nice play.
Nice. Number 23, and he's going to go. Max Benning splits the defense as he cuts inside, and Max Benning has put the Red Knights on the board.
That's a
Good
really
drive.
well-designed play, well executed. And the Orioles have struggled in the secondary a little bit this year, and so they missed some tackles there, but some good moves, good pass. That was just an all-around excellent play to get the Red Knights really just right back in this thing.
So a 37-yard touchdown play. Let's see if the Red Knights go for one.
Looks like they're going to try to make it a one-point game. Oh, no. Look at that.
So the extra point attempt is good.
It's good.
You there with the extra point.
Well, like you said, Bruce, before we started, you were looking forward to a good, close game, and as it started out, it didn't look like that's where we were headed, but here we are. The Red Knights have had a couple of nice stops on defense, a nice drive right down the field, score a touchdown, and get right back into this, only 2 points down.
Yeah, and you have to say, I mean, what a huge drive that was for the Red Knights, and that just turns us into a great ball game that we have right now. And you know, if St. Louis Park goes up in front of their homecoming crowd like 16-0, it just makes it that much tougher. Now it's a 2-point game, manageable for the Red Knights, and we've got a football game.
Yes, we do. It's one of those equalizing drives. Could go either way. It was either going to go way out of balance or it was going to equalize. And the Red Knights have equalized this ball game, and we'll see how the Orioles respond.
Student section getting closer and closer to us, Paul.
It was encroachment, 5 yards.
This is Squibber. Good job by the Orioles to field it at the 30-yard line. No opportunity to advance the football.
We got 2:35 remaining.
That was Ezra
Orioles
Hudson.
take over first down on
for the
their own
Orioles.
30.
And so far, the Red Knights have done a real good job on Deontay Ross Jr., limiting him to any big gains.
Yeah, if you look at this, the difference in this game is really two big plays. One, a muff snap into the end zone, and another, a big play thrown downfield from Dvorak to Giovanelli.
Back to pass. They look
Got a
to
man.
Walsh. He cuts open, has the football, and gets out to the 46-yard line.
Great play right there. Nobody on Walsh, just kind of snuck in. Little play across the middle. Dvorak catches him in stride.
First down, Orioles.
Red Knights had a decent defense going to stop him from getting much further upfield, but a nice first down play for the Orioles.
And a good tackle by Peschel.
Absolutely. If they can keep mixing it up like that, it's going to keep the Red Knights off balance.
So the Orioles 1st and 10, high snap. He's able to get the ball to Deontay Ross Jr., and he gets to the 49-yard line.
Ross on the carry. Brings up
So
second
Ross
down.
with a 5-yard gain. 2:08 to go in the first half. 9-7 our score.
It's been an exciting first quarter of football. It feels like we've been here longer because of all the action we've seen. The student section hasn't sat down.
And this is a keeper by Dvorak as he fakes in the line, and Dvorak
the
got hit
keeper,
pretty
brought
hard.
down by Peschel. Brings up third down.
Yep, got hit pretty hard, and again, the Red Knights clogging up the line of scrimmage there, nowhere to go.
Looks like he's walking a little gingerly to the sideline.
Yeah, that'll leave a mark.
Third down, 5 to go.
The Orioles sure would like to convert here to get that momentum back.
Rolling, throwing downfield, has a player open. He's got it. Touchdown, Giovanelli with his second touchdown.
Wow, what a throw, what a catch, what a play by the Orioles.
Yeah, I think if you watch this again, you're going to see a tough throw.
Very tough. Yeah, Dvorak was in a little bit of traffic there. But was able to just collect himself, get poised, square up for a good solid ball, dropped it right in the breadbasket to Giovanelli.
So he has a 48-yard reception, now a 49-yarder as the Orioles attempt the extra point. Well, you said that was a big play, and they made it, converted, and we're going to get a block on the extra point.
Yeah, you know, the last extra point looked like it might have been blocked too, with a nice rush in by the Red Knights and a low kick. And this one they got to, the ball's dead after a blocked extra point. And so the Orioles don't convert there, but they're up 15-7 with a minute to go in the first quarter. Listen to that crowd.
That good first quarter. We're seeing some scoring here by the Orioles and the Red Knights. Temperature at game time was around 60 degrees. As the sun has set, it's starting to drop a little bit.
Yeah, and I think I lost my hat, so this bald head of mine is might be struggling tonight.
You just had it here, Paul. I don't know where it went.
I think it fell down the bleachers.
There's a good kick
Big
into
kick.
the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback.
Touchback. Red Knights to take over 1st and 10 from their own.
The announcer had to figure out where they're going to place the ball. 1st and 10 at their own, and then just left that blank for the referees to spot the football. And they mark it at the 20-yard line. Well, both quarterbacks looking pretty sharp so far. Courtney has made a couple good throws and plays, and as has Dvorak.
Yeah, Courtney's been made some really nice short passes, little slants, getting first downs, and then Dvorak has had a couple of really big throws that are spot on.
Courtney rolls to the right side, throws it. 5-yard gain for the Red Knights.
Courtney to Hobbs.
Max Hobbs, receiver on that play, the junior for the Red Knights. Brings us up a 2nd down, 5 yards. Back to pass is Courtney. Throws a short pass over the middle, and just trying to fight back to the line of scrimmage is number 3, Zane Slater.
Yeah, it looked like Courtney was looking to look downfield, but the pressure was coming in, and he rightly checked down to his receiver, who was able to pick up a couple of yards. Just about 10 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, I think they'll, I don't know if they'll run a play here. We're down to 5 seconds. Courtney trying to see if he can get the Orioles off sides. And now they run a reverse fumble in the backfield. And this play goes for a big loss as Zachman took the ball from Perdine coming on a double reverse, and that one did not work, and that was a tough play for the Red Knights to end the first quarter.
Absolutely. I wonder if they were trying to catch the Orioles off guard. The Orioles maybe thinking they were just going to let the clock run down, throw a little trickery in, and maybe get a big play, but it went the other way with a dropped little dish to him in the backfield for a big loss.
Special thanks to our new partner.
Well, the other thing this does, if there is a wind, it looks like it's coming across the field, so they will have to punt a little bit against the wind if there is a wind. The wind's pretty much died down much more than it was prior to game time.
For which I'm thankful.
Yes, we both are. We had our choice going inside or outside, and we took outside. Want to be in this crowd, this wonderful homecoming crowd. A lot of sea of orange and black out here. So
it's like our own little mini game day.
And even the concession stand is busy tonight.
Yep. Everybody's out here to have a good time. You know, it's been that long week. You get to Friday night, the team's been working hard, the students have been working hard, and now it's just time to celebrate a great week and a fresh new year at homecoming for the Orioles.
Elliott hit her to punt. Another good punt. We see some good punts in this game. And that's Walsh getting across midfield out to the 47-yard line. So Orioles will be in red knight territory to start this possession.
Nice field position for the Orioles, and as we know, with the way Dvorak's been throwing the ball, they're a threat to get into the end zone on one play here.
Ross in the backfield. And the Red Knights stack Ross up.
Ross on the carry.
And they just continue to do that today. They let a couple of big plays in the secondary go by. They are really clogging up that line and making the run game difficult for the Orioles.
Yeah, Peschel with the stop on that play. He was not in the starting lineup, but he's come in and made a couple nice tackles so far. Giovanelli on the far side, rolling. If he's quick, he can get to the corner, and Dvorak is going to take it himself. Nice gain for Dvorak as he gets across the 45 out of bounds at about the 43.
Real nice gain by Dvorak, as we saw a couple of weeks ago. If you give him some room, he can really hurt you even with his legs. When he rolls out, you don't know what's going to happen. He can beat you with his legs. He can beat you with his arms.
15-7 our score. St. Louis Park leads. We have 11 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the first half. Homecoming game between the St. Louis Park Orioles, sitting at 2-1. Benilde-St. Margaret's 0-3.
A little delay here of some kind.
And the referees get back in position, and we should be ready to start this play. Giovanelli, single coverage on the near sideline. And they throw it across the middle, complete.
That's a nice play there by the Orioles. A nice little short
Orioles.
pass across the middle. You've got Giovanelli in single coverage wide, so your secondary certainly got an eye on him, and maybe you can sneak it into a nice little gain across the middle.
Yeah, Hosfield came from the slot, just cutting across inside, and it's made it for an easy throw for Dvorak, and a nice gain, first down for the Orioles. They keep the drive alive. This is a keeper. Dvorak gets a couple, and then he just goes straight up and back.
Dvorak on the keeper.
Nice keeper by Dvorak, but ran into a red brick wall.
Yeah, you got Seaver in there in the middle. You know, he's got 34 tackles this season. He's got the club hand, and you aren't going to go much further. But you know, talking to his dad Matt, you know, he's like, my only worry is can he wrap him up? You know, he use that hand to wrap him up? But
I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, he did a good job there.
But Dvorak not phased, ready to get back in there, make a big play. Second and about 8 to go.
What we're seeing with Dvorak is he's got a little more time as he rolls to buy himself time to throw the football. We've seen in other games where he's got a lot of pressure, and that makes it really tough on any quarterback to get the receivers downfield. St. Louis Park's going to take a timeout here. I think the clock was running down, so 10:22 they'll stop the clock. And take a look at the schedule for the St. Louis Park Orioles. They started the season with a loss 32-12 against Simley. Came back with that overtime win against Bloomington Jefferson at home. And then they were at Two Rivers to face the Two Rivers team, at Henry Sibley that is, and 31-7 win for the Orioles, so pretty impressive in that game. Coming up for the St. Louis Park Orioles will be Friday, October 1st. They're at home against Orono, and I think we're covering that game as well. And then they head on the road to Academy of Holy Angels, come home to face Waconia, and back on the road to close the season against a team that's been sort of demolishing a lot of these opponents, which is Chaska.
Yeah.
The Hawks.
Yeah, Chaska's a tough team, and I believe the Red Knights have already played them, I think?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And that was their last game, which was a 41-14 win for Chaska. Second down, 8 to go. Man in motion to the far side is Giovanelli. They look back across the other side of the field. It's complete. Oh. Nice cut by the Orioles. Receiver still on his feet.
Well, I believe that was Deontez Ross coming in as a receiver.
Yes, it was. And we haven't seen that too often where Deontez comes from that H-back spot and did a great job.
A real nice move to kind of deke out his defender there, and then once he gets going, he's hard to bring down. I like that timeout by the Orioles there to make sure they got it right and didn't want to lose any yardage there with a penalty or anything. Now they're ready to strike.
From the 5-yard line, 1st and goal to go. And the handoff is Ross as he dives into the end zone. Touchdown for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Deontez Ross with the touchdown.
And I don't know how much they were planning to use Ross as a running back this year, but they sure have found one. He has been tremendous the last several games. 177 yards in his last home game. Didn't get into the end zone, but 177 yards, 2 touchdowns last week. Now he's gotten in today. He is quite a threat.
Yeah, the game winner in overtime against Jefferson. There's a good snap. Kick is good.
And that's a kicker, Nick Kent, that they brought in off the soccer team. Only plays with the football team on Fridays, on game days. Comes over to get warm, get loose, do some kicking, and he has really delivered this year. This year as the Orioles kicker. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. He's Nick Kent.
And you and I, Superman, Clark Kent, close, but you're right. I mean, when you kick off, which he's done, and get that ball to the end zone and force the other team to start from their 20 versus what we saw in the last couple years, the other team starting from the 40, 45-yard line, it makes a big difference. And what a asset it is to have that kind of kicker on your team.
Absolutely, Bruce. And as we see, in this last possession, the Orioles started on the 50 because the Red Knights started on the 20, and we're only able to get so far, and it becomes a game of field position. There's another one into the end zone.
Yeah, I don't think the wind mattered on that one. Over the head of Brady Wine and into the end zone. So the Red Knights will start from their 20-yard line. They trail by 15 points with 9:51 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, and the wind not really a factor at all. As I'm looking at those flags, they're pretty still. It's a beautiful night out here in St. Louis Park with the Orioles showing up for the homecoming fans.
And Paul, we're not going to make any comments about any penalties, fumbles, anything right now. It's been a great football game. Let's keep it that way.
You're absolutely right. It has been. And here comes the Orioles sideline, getting the homecoming crowd into it. Let's go.
Nice play by Courtney as he completes a short pass. Gain of 5 for the Red Knights.
See, I got too distracted by the fans on that play to even watch what was going on the field.
Yeah, Tyler Zachman.
Courtney's pass complete.
High percentage pass to Zachman right off the line.
Second down.
Max Harrow is in the backfield. Courtney back to pass. He's got time, cuts in, tries to throw that down a little further than he did, and it's intercepted by the Orioles. That ball sort of floated on him.
Now I got to hand it to the Red Knights trying to come up with a big play. Needed some momentum, but that was not the wisest of throws by Courtney going across the field. Kind of threw it up like a jump ball. It was really anybody's ball with about 2 Orioles and 2 Red Knights down there.
And Ezra Hudson comes away with the football.
So 9 minutes to go in the first half, and the Orioles really in control here.
Yeah, and again, he had plenty of time to throw the football. I don't think he needed to go all the way downfield. I think what we'd like, for the Red Knights is to maybe start seeing some shorter passes that they've been successful on and work down the field. But that time he lobbed it up a little too much, and good defense by the Orioles.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Bruce. Just work those short plays, and because they have been working. And additionally, you got to get that defense some rest.
Ross in the backfield. He gets the football. Ross gets through the second line of defense and very close to first down as he gets out to about the 47-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. It's just going to be short.
Yep, just short of the first down. Don't think he got it, but the one thing he did is he put the ball down on the ground, which gives the refs a place to spot it if they want. You don't do that. You pick up the ball, you give it to the ref, and make him make the spot.
Well, here you have sort of a free play here. You're inches from a first down. See if they run it or if they elect to throw the ball downfield. Oh, they gave him the first down.
They did give him the first down. Okay.
We're straight on here. It looked like it may have been just a little short, but first down for the Orioles.
I'm not sure who ran that ball, giving Ross a little rest.
Yeah, it's number 22, Oppegard.
Oppegard, yeah.
Ezekiel.
Oppegard on the carry.
Zeke Oppegard, I think 22, isn't that?
Oh, it might be.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that if you?
Dallas Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Oppegard with the run that time. Oppegard in the backfield. Fake. And a lot of pressure, but Dvorak gets a good block by Oppegard and gets out to the 41. So he reversed his position, and if you could see, Oppegard made the big block to be able to free him to be able to get that first down.
Yeah, everything's just clicking for the Orioles, Bruce. Dvorak's looking to roll out. He's in trouble. He's got somebody right at him. He's got quick, hard feet. He can make that change of direction. And then he gets the big block to turn the corner and pick up a first down for the Orioles on what was otherwise a broken play.
Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Oppegard remains in the backfield. Oppegard with the carry. Oppegard pulling the defenders inside the 35 to the 34.
Brings up second down.
So Roz coming back in. They probably wanted to give him a little rest. We're able to march the ball down the field pretty well without him, but now they got Ross back into the lineup.
Maximos Wendt was in on the tackle for the Red Knights. Brings up second down and 4. Now Ross in the backfield. Giovanelli to the near side.
7:15 to go in the half.
And they're going to throw to Giovanelli. He's got it. Spins to the outside. Gets inside the 25 to the 24. Brought down by Charles Steffens and Brady Wine.
First down, Orioles!
So the St. Louis Park Orioles with another first down on this possession. They keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and I think what you see here, Bruce, is a fatigued Red Knight defense. They've been playing so well, really, especially at the line this whole game, but they've been on the field for quite a long time now, and they look a little fatigued, and Park is able to pick up 6, 7, 8, 10 yards every play.
They're able to mix it up a little bit, too, as well here. So Oppegard, and that's Seaver.
Nowhere for Oppegard to go.
Brings up second down.
6.5 to go in the half.
Yeah, it's a good tackle between Seaver and Wendt. Both those guys in on the tackle of Oppegard, only allowing a 1-yard gain.
Orioles threatening to break this open a little bit right here with the ball on the 25-yard line. 6:10 to go in the second quarter, up 22-7.
Interesting how they have Ross sort of the lead back. Now they roll, thrown, complete, and should be a first down for the Orioles.
I believe that was Ross again on the reception. No, not Ross. I need better eyes.
Yeah, I think that's number 9, Artiga.
Yep, that was Artiga. You are correct.
You know, both those guys have that same size, and so when you see from that distance between Artiga and Ross, they're both pretty big guys coming across the field.
And also when
I was sticking up for you there. Did you notice?
Yeah, I hear you. But when you start to get into the mid-40s or so, the eyes just don't quite see in HD as they used
Well, you
to.
try and see these numbers when you're here live. They're hard to see.
It's tough.
And Ross with the football.
That should be a first down. 5 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the half.
First down, Orioles!
Orioles sustaining a pretty long drive right now, taking a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, they're really wearing down this Red Knights defense. That has been stingy at the line, but at some point the offense is going to have to get out there with a nice, long, sustained drive and give that defense a good rest.
Quarterback Will Dvorak has done just an amazing job running this offense here in this game. Dvorak had to take it himself. Yeah, really nothing he could do there except just pull the ball down and just take it and try and get a yard or two, and that's what he did.
Yep, that was absolutely the right thing to do. There was nothing there. Just make sure you don't fumble, don't throw a pick, and try to at least get back to the line of scrimmage or maybe a little bit more. And you were absolutely right, Bruce. He has done a fantastic job running this offense this year. He just looks just so ready. Last year was a rough year with COVID and new coach and all those kinds of things, but he looks like he has just been ready for this moment.
So Oppegard in the backfield. Giovanelli single coverage on the near sideline. See if he elects to throw to Giovanelli. Now he gets a hit, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Red Knights.
Wow.
That's the play they needed.
That is absolutely the play they needed.
Antonio Fondren with the big interception for the Red Knights, and they keep this a 2-possession football game.
Yeah, that's a huge play for the Red Knights with the Orioles threatening to go up 29-7 with 3:50 left in the half. Now the Red Knights have the ball. What they really want to do here is chew up every minute of that clock, give the defense the rest going into the second half, hopefully get some points on the board here for the Red Knights, and they'd be, again, right back in it.
Yeah, one of the rare mistakes that the Orioles have made in this game, and that time that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Courtney rolling. Courtney looks like he's just going to take it himself. Stiff arms the defender. Courtney's still on his feet.
Wow.
And now he goes out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
And once he gets going, he's a tough quarterback to take down. He's got strong legs, big body. Definitely a threat with the legs.
I would say that time he was a throw with the arm. Just that big stiff arm pushing the defender away from making the tackle. And that's why you got to tackle low, too, on those big guys.
Scary tackling low on those big guys, though.
Well, the Red Knights would love nothing more than to get in the end zone before halftime and make this a ball game here and have a little momentum coming into the second half.
Yeah, what the Red Knights need to realize here is they don't need to rush this. Got about 3 minutes left to go. They've got 3 timeouts. You got clock stoppages on first downs. So they've got to just settle in, get back to those short passes, work the ball down the field. And what they don't want to do is give the ball back to the Orioles in this half.
And Bendrickson with the nice tackle there. It brings up a 3rd down, 6 yards to go.
It's a big 3rd down right here. The way the Orioles offenses have been playing, I don't think you're in 2-down territory here.
So they run trips to the near side. Ferdine is in the backfield. Spread offense here with Courtney calling the signals. Courtney comes to the near side, has a little bit of pressure, and throws behind the receiver.
Courtney's pass
Pass
incomplete.
was
A little behind the receiver, but also
Yeah.
good coverage. If he throws it on target, it might be picked.
so again, the Orioles looking to get the football back.
But even still with the Red Knights, even though they weren't able to convert and drive the ball downfield, they're punting it away. They get a good punt here, and now you've got the Orioles backed up into their own territory rather than threatening to score and go up big in the second half. Still 2 minutes to go, though. Plenty of time for the Orioles to drive the ball downfield.
High punt. Orioles are going to let it go, and it takes a Red Knight bounce. It's going to go inside the 25 down to the 23. You'd like to see a fair catch call there and try and just, that would have given the Orioles 15 more yards.
2 minutes remaining in the half.
Be interesting now what the Orioles do, Paul. They've got 1:59 on the clock, but you've got a nice lead here in momentum. Do you want to take any chances, or do you just sort of play safe here and try and run out the clock and go into halftime with a nice lead here?
I think they're going to be a little bit conservative out of the gate, run the ball a little bit, see if they can get the ball downfield a little bit. If they can get up to the 40 or so, I would not be surprised to see them try to take a shot. But at this deep into your own territory, you want to play a little conservative here. Last thing you want to do is throw a pick six right now.
Giovanelli on the near side. Hand off. Gain of a couple. That's Ross.
Second down. Baldwin on the stop.
So the clock ticking down to 1:40 left in the half. Orioles definitely appear to be taking their time and probably hoping to just run this out. If they can break a running back wide open, they will, but looks like they're not going to take too many chances.
The Red Knights switching it up a little bit on defense. Baldwin making the tackle that time. He's getting some playing time here. Rolling. Oh, Dvorak breaks one tackle, almost broke. If he had broke that last tackle, he may have had about another 20, 30 yards. So
he was carrying that ball a little loose there. It made me nervous.
It straight out.
I was like,
loaf of bread.
Will, come on, hang on to the ball. But he had just an immense burst of speed there. Just kind of like shot out of a cannon for a nice gain. 57 seconds to go.
Third down, 2 to go. Dvorak throws to the near side and incomplete, intended for Giovanelli. And the Orioles will have to punt the football here.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice to pass there, only because, if you incomplete, clock stops. If you run the ball, you can tick off so many more seconds on this clock to go into the second half.
Yeah, Paul, good point. And I think if they were back in there inside their 20-yard line, they would have let as much time go, but we probably would have seen a timeout by the Red Knights. We saw one bad snap on the Red Knight side of the ball.
That one was close to being blocked.
Fair catch.
And that is a gutsy fair catch right there, just surrounded. Great focus.
Yeah, we saw Fredine, fumble one punt return, and he was able to fall on it. That time he took another opportunity to do the fair catch, and Red Knights have good field position here. Still 40 seconds to go. They have looks like they have 3 timeouts left. So.
Yeah, they've definitely got a chance to take a shot. It reminds me of a couple years ago when you and I were calling a game, and they had a huge. Forgive the pun with the Catholic school, but a huge Hail Mary pass at the end of the half. So they got to watch for that.
Benning on the near side.
Blitz.
They're blitzing up the middle. Courtney does a great job just to get rid of that football.
Excellent blitz call. He had him, but Courtney is hard to get down, especially if all you can get at is nipping at his ankles, and Courtney does a great job just getting rid of the ball and not taking a loss.
Jimmy Hager coming in quick.
36 seconds to go.
So Dean is in the backfield. They run 4 wideouts. Pass complete.
Keeps the clock running. Great tackle to keep the receiver in bounds.
Yeah, and we're going to get a timeout by the Red Knights here with 28 seconds remaining in the half.
Brings up 3rd down. Timeout, Red Knights.
So it's a 3rd down and 4.
This is where the Orioles have to be really careful. Just a couple of big plays in the secondary, and the Red Knights will be knocking on that door.
Yeah, and a big play on both sides of the ball. So the Red Knights, they want to keep this drive going, but they don't want to turn the ball over and give St. Louis Park any opportunities. The Orioles have 2 timeouts left, so you got to protect the football, but at the same time, you're trailing by 15 points. You want to get some points on the board here before the end of the half.
Yep, and if the Red Knights are going to continue with that short game here, as long as the Orioles can keep them in bounds, they're going to force them to use those timeouts before they want to and watch the clock just disappear on the Red Knights. 28 seconds to go.
The Red Knights run trips to the far side. See if Courtney rolls left on this play.
Yep.
He does. Rolling
He's got
left,
a man.
throws it high up in the air. Defender back there is caught.
Oh my goodness.
And down at the 5-yard line is number 23, Max Benning. So a great throw, and here come the Red Knights.
That was an incredible play. He had someone open, wide open midfield that I thought he would go to, but he wanted to go for the jugular on that one. Threw up, but again, looked a little bit like a jump ball, but placed it perfectly. Receiver brings it down, and the Red Knights are ready to knock on the door and close this gap with 17 seconds to go and 2 timeouts.
Yeah, again, they just used 1 timeout, so they'll be down to 1 timeout left, and still plenty of time from the 4-yard line is where they spot the football. So 1st down, goal to goal. And now the Orioles will see if they can come up with a big defensive stance here.
And of course the thing, you're only a few yards out, but you got a real short field for the defense to clog it up. We'll see if the Orioles can stop them.
Well, the Red Knights came west over to St. Louis Park High School. Now they're trying to go east into the end zone. So see if they can get in here. They need 4 yards, make this a football game, and give them a little momentum going into halftime.
I would say, even if they didn't get it in, the way the Red Knights have played in the last 5 to 7 minutes of this ball game, it's been very impressive. No quit, and they've made it tough on the Orioles. So they're ready for the second half.
Dean lines up in the half-back spot. Courtney back to pass. He's got time. Courtney's got room to run. Going to the far corner, and he is in the end zone. Nice run by Courtney. Orioles had pursuit, but a little late cutting that angle, and Courtney gives the Red Knights a big touchdown. And you can't say how much momentum that gives you when you can cut this lead down and go into the locker room within a 1 score.
Yeah, and the Red Knight fan section is fired up. They have cut this lead. They've given the defense the much-needed rest they needed going into the second half. Kind of takes the wind out of your sails a little bit for the Orioles, but the good thing is, regardless, we are going into the second half with a heck of a football game on our hands. Both teams fired up to take control in the second half.
That's that formation where they just test the Orioles, and then they get into kicking mode, and they're going to kick the extra point here. His kick is up, and that is good.
There's extra point is good.
22-14 our score, so it's an 8-point game.
22, Red Knights 14.
Yeah, and the Orioles with 22 on their scoreboard because of the early safety and a missed extra point, I believe. And so there we are. Basically, the difference is a touchdown right now in this game. And look, the Orioles just keep threatening to break it wide open, and the Red Knights just come in with a big play to stop it and keep themselves in it. It's anybody's ball game going into the second half.
It sure is, and I just looking down the sidelines here in the stands, and But I don't know if you can get many more people in the stands here. St. Louis Park has a huge crowd. A lot of credit to the St. Louis Park kids coming out to support your Orioles, and parents, fans, and what a great night, homecoming. And our temps are holding 57 degrees right now,
It
Paul.
is not bad out here, but I will confess, halftime I'm going to look for my hat.
I'd go south. I think it's down below the bleachers
I
here.
think so, yeah. Hopefully there isn't a Coca-Cola spilled all over it.
Well, barring a big return for the St. Louis Park Orioles, I think should pretty much do it for the half on this kick. Well, Orioles will return it. Got to hang on to the football here.
And that, I imagine, will do it with 2.9 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, and I think if I'm the St. Louis Park coaching staff, I tell the player, just let that. Well, you gotta down the football. You can't.
Right.
But if it's going to go into the end zone, let it go into the end zone. Don't take any chance at running it back, because it's the only way that the Red Knights can score here is if you fumble the football and there's still 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him receive that with that kind of hard line drive kick it was. It was sure to just roll into the end zone unless it got a weird hop. But you're absolutely right, Bruce. Just do whatever you can to make sure you don't turn over that football. And I expect to see a knee here.
Yeah, they are. They
They're
aren't
not set up for it,
They
though.
are not set up for victory formation
No.
where you just take the knee. But I think he's going under center, and he will take the knee. Yeah.
That's the right thing to do.
So Dvorak downs the football, and we are through one half of play here from St. Louis Park. 22-14. St. Louis Park with a lead at halftime. And there are some halftime festivities that will be taking place. We are going to keep the cameras up and running. May have a break here and there, but so Paul, you and I will come back here to cover the second half, but we're going to put our mics down and let the fans just sort of.
I imagine we got a homecoming king and queen to recognize.
Yep, so we have royalty.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to introduce your 2021 St. Louis Park Homecoming Court. First, Junior Court, 9th grade, Isaiah Brown. Alexa Wynn. Jacob Martinson. Tanyaj Pierce. Tenth grade junior court. Eddie Schenvert. Vesna Dennison. Griffin Crone. And Nolan Crump. Eleventh grade junior court. Labin Moji. Fatma Sharif. Nathaniel Sternberg. and DJ Stewart. And your junior royalty is Addie Shenvert and DJ Stewart. And now for the senior royalty, Whitman Christopher. Marshawn Dunlop. Marcus Hasfeld. Ezra Hudson. Amelia Johnson. Toby Cobby. Anna McCarthy. Gracia Reddig. Sophia Romero. And Victoria Schmelzy. And your senior royalty is Victoria Schmelzy and Ezra Hudson. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 St. Louis Park Homecoming Royalty.
It costs so little to teach a child to love, and so much to teach him to hate. These simple but profound words from our founder have been guiding Boys Town in our work with kids and families for over a century. Today, the ideals of equality and respect are at the core of each parenting strategy you'll find at boystown.org/parenting. Whether you're a parent, grandparent, or guardian of a toddler, teen, or someone in between, we've got parenting guides, articles, videos, tools, and quick tips on a variety of subjects, all developed with love by Boys Town's experts.
Teach me respect.
Teach me patience.
Teach me kindness. Teach me love.
Visit boystown.org/magnet today to receive your Teach Love Magnet. It's a great reminder that the change we want to see in our world begins at home, and Boys Town is there to help along the way.
Bruce Hoburn along with Paul Bodwin. We're at halftime here from St. Louis Park. The Orioles lead 22-14. And here's how we got to this point. St. Louis Park scored first on a punt that was snapped into the end zone over the punter's head for the Red Knights. St. Louis Park, that were rolled out of the end zone. St. Louis Park led 2-0 in the first quarter. Then St. Louis Park got back on the board again on a 48-yard Giovanelli touchdown on a pass from Dvorak. Kick was good. St. Louis Park was up 9-0. The Red Knights came back to make it a 9-7 game when Benning took a 37-yard touchdown pass from Courtney. Kick was good. 9-7 game. Then St. Louis Park went up 15-7 with a 49-yard touchdown pass from Dvorak to Giovanelli. That kick was missed. It was blocked, and St. Louis Park took a 15-7 lead. St. Louis Park went up 22-7 in the second quarter, and that was a 5-yard run by Ross. Kick was good. St. Louis Park up 22-7, and then the Red Knights got on the board at the end of the half thanks to the long pass that got him down to the 5-yard line, and then Courtney with a 4-yard run. Kick was good. 22-14 is where we stand. St. Louis Park over the Red Knights. Homecoming, big crowd, a lot of kids moving back and forth in front of us and behind us, Paul, right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to play a little bit of bodyguard here as well as broadcaster, but everybody's in good spirits.
I think that's where the hat went. Someone walked behind you. They snatched
Swipe my
your hat. And Paul, You know, Paul with the shaved head, and now he's freezing. So.
Yeah, we've had a great game here today. Excuse me, we're trying to do a broadcast here, guys. We had a great game here today, and it looked like the Orioles were really taking control of things. In the first quarter, certainly well into the second half. The Red Knights kept knocking on the door to get back in it, and then would not quite get there. But then late in the second half, tip ball and interception really turned things around for the Red Knights. And they end up getting right back into this game, 22-14. And we've got ourselves set up for a heck of a second half of football. Orioles set to receive.
I think I lost some of my sheets here, Paul, again. I'm down to one sheet left now, so. There we go. I got it.
Deep to the Orioles.
So the Red Knights will kick to start the second half.
Here's the kickoff. Away we go.
Low squib kick goes into the end zone, so St. Louis Park will start from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and I wonder if the receiving unit got a little note at the beginning of the second half to let those kind just go into the end zone and not risk picking them up. But be a good start for the Orioles. We hope to see them come back shooting and having a great second half and take control again.
Here's where I wish I was about 6 foot tall, Paul, to see over the.
Yeah, we've got.
The fans are standing right in front of us, so we're trying to get a view of what's going on here. So for the St. Louis Park Orioles, they come out with Ross in the backfield. Giovanelli on one side of the field. And the give to Ross. Quick cutback step, gets to the 22-yard line. So a 2-yard gain for the Orioles.
And once again, trying to, the Red Knights clogging up that line. Not a lot happening there. Sorry, we're dealing with a big crowd here today. Really, the entire Orioles side of the field the stands are full and there's overflow, so we got a lot of traffic coming our way already in the second half.
Paul and I chose to do it from outside here. There's a nice run by Ross out to the 29-yard line, so it's going to make it a manageable third down for the Orioles.
Third and short.
So it's going to be third and short for the Orioles. They really want to get a good drive here going and pick up where they were in the earlier parts of the half, in the first half, and get driving again.
See if they can wear down the defense a little bit.
Not much there.
Nope, it's going to be fourth down. And St. Louis Park fights to try and get to that first down marker, but they're not going to get there.
Yeah, and Bruce, as you had mentioned, wearing down the defense, that's what they were doing in the first half. They really wore them down well. And then the Red Knights were able to do a nice 3.5, 4 minute drive to close out the half, give the defense a little rest, and they look fresh right now.
Well, we got a half a yard to go, and I think the Orioles may go for it here, or either that or try and draw the Red Knights off sides.
Let's see if Dvorak can come up with that patented hard count.
We have not seen a penalty yet in this football game, and I hate to say it because last time I said it, all of a sudden the flag started going left and right. But
the Orioles would like to see one on the other side here.
Fourth down and 1 to go. Under center.
Oh.
And I don't know.
I don't know that he got it.
I have to say that he was stopped.
It's a gutsy call. Yeah. Went through the hard count, didn't work. Then he came up under center. And it is a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff really felt confident that they get the half a yard and keep the drive going. But we'll see if this comes back to haunt them a little bit, as the Red Knights now will have the ball from the 29-yard line.
Yep. And as you can see on the replay there, the Red Knights doing what they've been doing all game, which is clog up that line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Clearly didn't make it. Gutsy call. A lot of football left to play. We'll see what the Orioles defense can do.
And the Orioles have done a good job against the Red Knights' run game. See if Red Knights try and get something going on the ground. Everything's really come through the air. And this is Courtney. Sidesteps one defender and sidesteps another as he stays on his feet, gets inside the 25-yard line, down to the 24.
Nice move by Courtney inside, but I also looked like maybe somebody got away with a big hold here. Well, maybe not.
A couple missed tackles, and the good size that Courtney has gets him a nice gain.
Yeah, and second look there in the replay, that was a good no call on the refs. It was.
Hand off for Dean. He is stacked up at the
Dean on the
25.
carry.
Yeah, nowhere to go for Verdine on that play. He just kind of
Loss of one,
huddles
brings
up
third
and
down.
closes up his body, make sure he protects the ball. And we got a 3rd and 5. This is a big 3rd down right here for Park.
A good play by Bendrickson and also DeJuan Pearson, not allowing that run to go for anything. Actually, they lost maybe 2 yards on the play, so it's going to be 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Again, this could be 3-down territory or 4-down territory for the Red Knights. Empty backfield. Demarius Courtney back to pass, under pressure, steps inside, has time to throw. That finds for Dean along the sideline. He gets out to the 16-yard line. He's going to have a 1st down.
Courtney's pass complete.
So the Red Knights
For Dean.
get a 1st down here on their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, and Courtney,
First down,
really
Red
nice
Knights.
moves, good leg work here as he just steps up inside a little bit, finds his man, throws a good, nice, easy pass, and it's a 1st down for the Red Knights.
Hobbs, Zachman, and Slater line up on the far sideline. Max Benning on the near side for Dean in the backfield. And the the keeper is Courtney. And Courtney is dragged down.
Yeah, the Red Knights, nice scampering in, getting some yards, chewing up some yards, and knocking on the door of the end zone here.
Huffman on the stop, brings up 2nd down.
Zach Helfman in on the tackle for the St. Louis Park Orioles, along with Daryl Kemp. Courtney with a 2nd and 7. Orioles showing blitz. Now they back off. Now Courtney looks back to the sideline. Thinks maybe he's going to change that play.
He's going to hang on to
Courtney
it.
takes it himself to the near side. Stays on his feet as he cuts back. And Courtney dragging defenders.
Yeah, it looked like they had him there, got a hold of his jersey, but he's just a big, strong kid and able to get away and pick up a couple more yards.
Yeah, and he's got it very close to a 1st down now. They're 3rd down and about a yard to go. So that was a big run by Courtney. For Dean in the backfield. Courtney's going to take it himself.
Looks like he got it.
Yeah, so Courtney just spinning off the left side of the line. Gets the 1st down.
And Courtney he's just showed such athleticism in this game. It's almost as though he telegraphed the keeper, but they still couldn't keep him from getting that 1 yard.
Goal from the 6.
Well, the Red Knights coming off a 41-14 loss and a 47-7 loss between Chaska and Spring Lake Park, and now they're in this football game. Courtney cuts back, throws over the middle, incomplete. There were 2 Oriole defenders guarding on the play. Very fortunate that that one was not intercepted.
Yeah, good moves in the backfield by Courtney here to get away, but a really dangerous throw that could have turned things around.
Again, good pressure forces him back to the inside, and you can see 2 Oriole defenders and incomplete.
Not sure if he was
Jacob Favors was closest defender on the play.
Not sure if he was trying to throw that out of the back of the end zone and just didn't get enough muscle on it, or if he was trying to find somebody, but that was they're lucky that didn't go the other way.
Orioles fake a blitz. Here's Courtney. He's got time. He can run the football. He's got plenty of room in front of him, and now he throws it, and it's incomplete. I'm not sure why Courtney didn't take off there, Paul.
Yeah, he had some defenders around him, but with his big, strong body, if he had burst in, I think he might have made it into the end zone. He hung on to the ball for too long.
Yeah,
and
look
then
at the
just had to
yardage
throw it
he
away.
has here. Look at the yardage,
Yep.
and then he decides just throw it away. And I'm not sure why there wasn't a receiver in that corner helping him out as he's rolling to his right.
Yep.
Usually there's some receivers that should be rolling with him. So
I think that's what he was looking for, and it just wasn't happening.
Courtney back to pass. He's got time. Throws in the end zone.
That's
Too far. Intended that time for number 9, Tyler Zachman.
Incomplete out of the back of the
Incomplete,
end
and
zone,
it's
but
fourth down.
Fourth and goal.
So big fourth down here. If I'm the Red Knights, considering the gift we got here at the beginning of this half, I'd say go for it and see what you can do.
Two ways to look at it, Paul. They're down by 8, so they're going to need either a 2-point conversion or to get it to a 1-score game. So you either go for the field goal. But I agree with you. I think if you don't get it, you pin the Orioles deep in their own
Red Knights
territory.
going for it on fourth and goal.
They are going to go for it.
I think that's the right thing to do in this situation.
Courtney, he rolls to the far side, throws to the corner, has a player
got him.
caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Big
Red
payoff for the Red Knights. I'd expect to see a 2-point conversion here. Who do we have catching that? I couldn't quite see.
Yeah.
It's on our far side.
Can't see if that's Slater or Wine. It looked like Slater, number 3. Let's take a look.
Slater on the touchdown.
Yep, number 3, Slater. And you can see you only need 1 foot in, and Zane Slater does a great job to bring the football down. Now we'll see if the Red Knights go for 2 here.
And I don't know why you wouldn't. It'd be a big deal for the Red Knights to all of a sudden have this thing tied up with just a few minutes into the third quarter.
So again, I like that call that they went for it on 4th down, but now they're going to go for the 1-point conversion. Kick is good.
And that tells me that they do have a lot of confidence in their kicker in that situation. You got an opportunity to tie it up, but you're thinking, well, you know what? The 1 point is a sure thing. Let's do this. 22-21, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, and all the momentum going the Red Knights' way.
So second touchdown pass of the game for Courtney. My pen's running out of ink, so hopefully we don't have many more scores. So there we go. Thanks, Paul.
I don't know why I bring a pen, Bruce. I never use it.
I'm not sure if it's cold or if it's just, There's a lot of scoring in this game. I think we're running low on ink, It's,
yeah, there sure has. It's been a fun game, and we've got ourselves set up for quite a second half of football here. Orioles got to get something going.
Yeah, they've 2 unanswered touchdowns for the Red Knights that brought them right back in this game. They trail by 1, 7 minutes, 5 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Low kick.
Again, they're squibbing the football. Orioles got to pick it up. Look at this.
Look at this.
Going down the sideline. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
That is going to be Walsh, and he is in for a touchdown.
And no by little Sebastian. He hesitated. I wonder what he was waiting for to pick up the ball. Squeaks out, and he is gone.
Well, let's take a look at this again. Walsh, again, it looked like he was almost going to not get this football.
And that's a live ball, by the way.
He runs into his own player and missed tackle a couple of them, and I don't know what happens there. He's just like shooting down the sidelines, and great special teams play for St. Louis Park in a game that we saw the Red Knights having all the momentum, and St. Louis Park turns that momentum around now with a big special teams touchdown.
Yeah, that was a huge play, and I think what really happened there was one of those things where you can get caught up, lose your focus.
Uh-oh.
And he got it through.
And
I think some of the Red Knights gave up on the play and thought it was over. And Brady took advantage. And so just like that, it looked like the Red Knights were just stealing the momentum, ready to take control of this game. Kind of a fluky play, but the Orioles back on top, 29-21 with 6:50 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that extra point was big because it makes it back to an 8-point game, and that was a little low on the kick, but
it was very
still
low.
plenty of room to clear the crossbar.
Yep. So here we go, an exciting, just what are we, 5-7 minutes into the third quarter. And who knows how this thing's going to turn out, Bruce?
29-21. Orioles offense with 6:52 hasn't been on the field right now for a while.
That's very true. That's the problem with scoring quickly, is the defense has to get right back out there.
Nick Kent. Boom! Kicks this one, and they'll let it go into the end zone.
It clears the end zone. It'll be first down.
I know we keep talking about it this year, but the pickup of Nick Kent for this team has really changed some of the dynamics. You're getting a lot of touchbacks on kickoffs, which is huge. You're also able to kick field goals, which we haven't seen. Field goals and extra points.
And extra points, because extra points, too, have been a problem.
Which we haven't seen the Orioles do in a long time. And that's really, it feels in a way like it's changed the dynamic of this offense a little bit.
I agree with you, Paul, and it is. It's great to have a good kicker, as the Vikings will attest to.
You had to bring that up, Bruce.
Back to pass Courtney. He's got the player open, and we're going to get our first penalty of the game.
What's that yellow flag the ref just threw out of his pocket? Oh, there was. I guess it was his second penalty of the game.
Yep, I think we had one early in the game.
Yep.
But Benning with the catch, and to a penalty, I think, against the Orioles here.
Didn't catch what the penalty was.
Well, it is a big one, though, 15-yarder.
Looks like potentially a chop block on the Orioles. Well, that is a big penalty, and that's a huge penalty.
First down, Red Knights after the penalty.
We can see the replay, and maybe a late hit on the quarterback. Yeah, there was no reason to knock him down there.
And then we get another penalty in the backfield. This one may go against the Red Knights.
Wow.
As Courtney gets down the field.
Courtney keeps it.
We're waiting for a signal here to see what this was. Orioles hoping for a hold to take back that big run by the strong Courtney and the.
Yeah, it's a illegal block in the back maybe, and
yep.
That was a big penalty on the Red Knights, because it was a nice gain.
Not sure where it was, but that'll kind of back it right back up.
Who made the comment about penalty-free game, pretty much?
And here we are. It also, it happens sometimes later in the game. You get a little more tired, a little more fatigued, and you might see some more penalties.
The refs were bored. They weren't able to pull anything out of their pocket. Now they want to get involved in this game, and so watching, maybe too. Sometimes coaches make the refs alert just to watch for things in the second half that they've noticed, and we'll see what happens here as the game goes on. Courtney back to pass. He's got room to run. He has the player open. It's complete. That's Max Benning, and Benning is taken down on an open field tackle.
I like that play call, Bruce. It's 1st and 27. Hard to believe it was still first down at that point. And they just decided to go for it and get the big gain. And though the defender got beat, it was a really great tackle to keep that from going all the way.
Yeah, this is Amos, and Amos does a good job really to at least stop that from him getting into the end zone, because if he doesn't make that tackle, Benning is gone. Yeah. One of the few runs for the Red Knights for Dean, and good pursuit from behind. That was a really great play by Zach Helfman, coming from the outside linebacker spot, who was able to chase him down.
Yeah, and he was starting to turn that corner, and that can be really dangerous sometimes when the running back's doing that. So it's a good point, Bruce. It's an excellent pursuit from behind to keep that from being a bigger gain than it was.
The Red Knights offense has really shown they can start moving the football. They've done a great job from second quarter on so far. And Courtney steps into the pocket. Now he throws the football, and Has a receiver open. Is he in bounds? Nope, out of bounds.
Ref called him out of bounds. Hard to see from here.
Yeah,
Red Knight sideline wanted it at a reception, but we'll see.
Let's watch this again as Tyler Zachman
Brings up
his
third
one-on-one coverage. They just lob the ball. Defenders back to the play, and it's hard to see, but it's very close to getting that 1 foot.
Yeah, very close, but the ref had, you know, the good view there to see that, and it did look like perhaps that toe was on the sideline. Hard to see from our angle.
Again, in high school football, you only need to get 1 foot in, and but very close. Nice pass, actually, and a good job. The defender on the play, Amos, had his back turned to the ball.
A nice stop by the Orioles defensive line.
Yeah, good pursuit that time. Helfman and Moot in on the tackle for the St. Louis Park Orioles. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, or 4th down for the Red Knights. So a big stop for St. Louis Park.
That's a real big stop. It's a tricky spot.
I'm a little surprised on 3rd down when they've had success sort of passing the ball a little bit that they went back to that run game.
I think they were trying to do the pass to run thing. We've been having some success throwing the ball. Maybe that'll open this up, but the Orioles didn't bite. I wouldn't be surprised to see a fake here. Nope.
No, then they have a good chance to pin the Orioles deep in their own territory.
Really good kick.
Orioles are going to let this one go into the end zone, and they'll get the ball at the 20-yard line.
Didn't take a Red Knight bounce, but the punter did a very nice job of
touchback.
getting
Orioles
it right where you wanted it to
first
be,
down
inside that
from their
10
own
yards line,
20.
close to the 5-yard line. But it took the Oriole bounce, so it'll be a touchback.
So the Orioles come up with a defensive stop. They'll get the football now from the 20-yard line. As try and see if they can make this a 2-score game. Red Knights like to keep this a 1-score game and have an opportunity to tie it up.
Orioles student section still on their feet.
And what they've done many times is just give the ball to Ross on that first down play.
Ross on the carry stop right at the line of scrimmage, brings up 2nd down.
About 4:15 to play in the 3rd quarter here. We've had an exciting 3rd quarter. Things have settled down a little bit the last few minutes. The Orioles would like to probably get a nice long drive here to give that defense some rest. They've been on the field a lot this 3rd quarter. But they'll take the big play if it's there.
Sean McMenemy looking for his first win as coach for the Red Knights. Keeper Dvorak staying on his feet, trying for every yard he can get, and still going to be about 5 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, and it looked like he was about to burst out and break that wide open, but somebody got him and couldn't see who at his feet just to slow him down. But then Dvorak, with his strength and good footwork, had a nice little spin move to get 5 yards out of it.
And Paul, maybe you'll see it here on the
right
replay.
there. Got him slowed down just enough.
Yeah, that was Wendt, number 15, coming in.
Although now that I could see it a little more clearly, the Red Knight defense was collapsing on him also. But good job on both parts on that play. I like the football I'm seeing tonight.
Yeah, and the Red Knights defense is tightening up a little bit, bringing up a 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the Orioles. Back to pass under pressure, thrown complete to the Orioles, and a first down. Number 17 for St. Louis Park is Hosfield.
And I like what he did on the reception there. Rather than trying to turn it upfield, he wanted to ensure that he got the first down, and he just took the angle that was going to get him the first down. Unfortunately, I think he's down now.
Yeah, he's grabbing his left part of his leg, and you hate to see this happen. We haven't had any injuries in this game so far.
Can't tell if it's a tight muscle. Looks like he's getting up. Yep, does look like an ankle.
He's walking pretty good right now, though.
I think he'll be all right.
Field bounces back up.
And with that little injury there, that was the first time we've seen the Orioles student section sitting, but they are back on their feet now, ready to watch their team march the ball down the field and take a 2-score lead.
29-21. Both teams scoring here in the 2nd half, keeping an 8-point game where there's a penalty being marked off.
First down, Orioles!
Yeah, bring it up to the 39-yard line. I don't know if that's a penalty or a spot or what, but Orioles will have it on the 39-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ross in the backfield. Dvorak looks to the sideline. Still not really feeling good about the positioning of his players right now. And this is Dvorak on the keeper as he fakes to Ross.
That was a good fake. I think I saw the Red Knight defense bite a little bit, allowed Dvorak to get a few yards on first down.
Once again, you see how he just pulls that ball at the last second. Looked like it was right in the breadbasket of Ross, able to pull that football away.
So we're looking about 2nd and 6 to go here. The Orioles taking their time.
So run more of a read option here. There's a big opener for Ross. Breaks one tackle, gets inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, and a first down for the St. Louis Park Orioles. So nice run that time.
Yeah, Bruce, that was a read option. We saw a lot of this a couple of years ago. Not so much this year. They're having Dvorak drop back, more straight play action running and runs, but the read option worked there for a huge gain for Deontez Ross.
So Ross will come to the sidelines. Oppegard will now be in the backfield with Dvorak. And this is a keeper. And good defense by the Red Knights.
Yeah, nowhere to go on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, great job, Seaver, in on that play as well. So watch this
by Seaver.
defensive stance here, and
I like this Red Knight defense, how they just they do that whole swarm kind of a thing. One guy hits and there's another guy coming right in to hit. Make sure that the ball carrier isn't going anywhere.
And the Orioles' biggest plays have come really passing the football, so the Red Knights have done a good job against the Orioles' ground game. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Man in motion, rolling, pressure to the backside, throws, incomplete. I think that's Artiga. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and Dvorak there feeling the pressure, had to get rid of that ball quickly, and just throws a bullet that's just a little too much for the receiver to handle.
Yeah, Brady Wine was just coming in, and Brady Wine with a lot of speed coming in strong, and really a good job for Dvorak just to get rid of that football. Artiga just almost had the ball, but not quite.
Dvorak has shown great presence in the field all year. He can feel when the pressure's coming. He's got good presence in the pocket. He knows when to get rid of the ball. We've seen very few sacks for losses. We've seen very few times where he's just kind of not aware of what's happening in the backfield.
Red Knights need a defensive stop here. Third down, 10 to go. Player in motion for the Orioles. And we got flags. And I believe the Orioles will be penalized.
Yeah, probably a false start.
Delay a game on the Orioles.
Delay a game?
Delay of game. Don't see that very often. So that'll back them up on third down.
Well, Giovanelli's been quiet here in the second half.
Sure.
See if they take a shot his way.
Now they sure do want to keep this drive going, but they got a lot of yards to make up here at 3rd and 15.
Good blocking. Rolling to the far side is Dvorak. Breaks one tackle. He's got room to throw. Throws it across the field. Incomplete. That's a tough throw when you're throwing across the field like that. And
Yep, real tough throw. Could have been disastrous, actually, but
yeah, Giovanelli guarded by Wine.
and that's a good defense on the Red Knights in the secondary. Dvorak had all kinds of time, but there was just nobody to go to, and eventually that line's going to break down and force you to throw.
Right, so good defense by the Red Knights and a nice stop for them, and Orioles are forced to punt the football. Zach Helfman will punt from his 40-yard line.
So after a while,
high spiral.
And he loses the ball.
And the Orioles look like now it's the Red Knights, I believe. Orioles had the football for a second, and the ball just squirted out. And two teams both had opportunities, and the Red Knights come away with the football.
They really dodged a bullet there. It looked like the Orioles for sure had it.
Yeah, this is the second time Fredine has fumbled a punt, and that one went a long ways, trying to see who dove for the football, but a couple opportunities here, and a good job by number 15, Went.
I'm out on the field.
And the Orioles have an injured player.
That's a missed opportunity for the Orioles. That ball was there for the taking. Looks like we just have a little
cramp, maybe.
Little cramping going on. But I was about to say, after a wild beginning of the third quarter, things really settled down. And then a little bit of excitement right there. That missed opportunity on the Orioles, and the Red Knights will take over.
As we get later in the game, this happened the last game you and I covered, is players started cramping in the third and fourth quarter, and again, good to see him coming off on his own power. Orioles will need him on defense. That's Ezra Hudson.
Student section back on their feet. They know what to do.
Ezra's trying to just get back on the play, and the Orioles are like, come to the sideline. You know, probably need to drink a little fluid, too.
Yeah. And that can happen when it's not so hot out. You kind of forget to drink water, drink fluids, and then you tighten up. 19 seconds to play in the quarter. Orioles offense had a little bit of a drive, gave their defense a little bit of a rest. Would have liked more, but they should be good to go here and come back in and try to make a stop. The Red Knight offense want to get it going again. We'll see if Courtney can scamper around and do his thing, maybe find some guys across the middle and make some plays.
Now the referees look like they're going to move the football back a little bit. Let's see.
Oh, my.
I don't know if there's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty or.
So there's an injury. Or, I mean, during the injury, there was a penalty called. That'll back the Red Knights up, and that's huge. Must have been some kind of unsportsmanlike or something, which is a big mistake in a spot like that.
Yeah, so it puts them deep in their own territory to start. First down 10 from, it would have been on the 27-yard line. Now be spotted, I think, at the 14. Keeper Courtney breaks one tackle and gets into the second line of defense and gets out to the 24-yard line.
That'll be a
first down.
Red Knights first down. Yeah, he basically gets the ball back to about almost where it was.
So the clock starts down to 10 seconds. I think that should do it. We'll see if last time the Red Knights ran a quick play, it didn't work real well for them. So I think they're going to let the clock run out. 29-21, both teams with a touchdown in that quarter. The big special teams touchdown for the Orioles really kept the Orioles in the lead here.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very exciting third quarter of football, and here we go into the fourth quarter. It's the battle for the park. We got the 0-3 Red Knights, who've had a very tough schedule out of the gate, looking for their first win. We got the Orioles, who've been on a little bit of a streak here. They've had a great wins the last two games. I'm expecting a hard-fought fourth quarter, Bruce.
Yeah, and upcoming games for the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights, they come home for a game October 1st That's Friday against Academy of Holy Angels. Then a week later, they're home against Hill Murray. Then they go on the road for their final 2 games of the season. One on October 15th against Orono, and then October 20th, they close the regular season against Robbinsdale Cooper. Again, the Red Knights looking for their first win of the season against the St. Louis Park Orioles. Orioles looking to up their record to 3-1. Man in motion, Courtney. He takes it himself, and Courtney is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And the Orioles say they have the football, but referee says no.
Hard to see who was in on that tackle. It was a great wrap-up. Excellent play by the Oriole defense. And
yeah, that's number 9, Christian Artiga.
Second down.
Courtney looks to throw the football here. Has plenty of time, steps up into the pocket, throws, and this pass was almost intercepted, and then it got through the hands, almost made it to the Red Knights receiver.
almost picked off. It would have been a huge play for the Orioles. Courtney back there with all kinds of time. Good field vision, throws the ball, but oh, he'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, again, Thomas Moot, and Moot really had his hands on that football. Should have had the interception.
Yeah, tough catch, but one you should catch.
Brings up a third down, 14 yards to go.
Yep, nevertheless, it is still third and very long.
Courtney has a lot of time again. Now he has pressure.
He's in trouble.
And he is brought down. Fumble. Nope, they call him down again.
Yeah,
so.
I think he was down. But now it's going to be fourth and even longer.
Again, Courtney holding the football a little too long on this play, allowing the defender to come in and make the play. And that's number 38, Henry Bendrickson.
Pearson on the stop brings up fourth down.
So a good stance for the Orioles as they push them all the way back to their 15-yard line, and now the Red Knights are going to be forced to punt from deep in their own territory. The Orioles should have good field position. They have not returned any of the punts. They seem to be letting the ball just go down. Oh, bad punt here.
Shanked it.
Off the side of the foot, and the Orioles are
big Red Knight bounce, though.
I've never seen a shank roll like that ball did. That he hit it off the side of his foot, but the way the ball fell started rolling forward about another 15, 20 yards.
So. Territory, first down.
So they really got what they wanted out of that punt. Get the Orioles back down closer to the midfield mark. And
yeah, Bruce, I've never seen a kick quite like that either, and it almost looked like that's what he was trying to do, the way it bounced, but very fortunate for them.
And no chance for the Orioles to try and fill that football. They had just a weird spiral going to it, so sideways spiral.
But nevertheless, the Orioles in good field position here. Got to get a score on this one. 10:43 to go in the fourth quarter.
Quick throw, incomplete.
Just off target.
Tried to.
Pass incomplete. Second down.
They've been running a lot on first down, trying to change it up a little bit that time and see if they can find Giovanelli in some open field, and unable to complete that pass. You're seeing a lot more pressure. The Red Knights really have picked up their defensive pressure, and these front line and the linebackers have done just a great job for the Red Knights after the first quarter of play. Oppegard with carry.
Nice carry by Oppegard's got some really good blocking, hit the hole hard, and picked up some good yardage.
This will bring up a 3rd down and 6, Paul. So interesting call for St. Louis Park. They've really been unable to really spread the ball around downfield really in the last quarter and a half of football. They need to really see if they can make a big play downfield here. And that's attributed to really the good job and changes that the defense has made. They're going to keep the ball.
Oh, wow.
Dvorak, and he fights down to the 40-yard line, so he's going to be 2 yards shy of the 1st down. And I think the Orioles will punt the football and try and pin the Red Knights deep in their own territory.
Yeah, nice run by Dvorak, though, really hitting it hard. But the Red Knights tackle well. They hit the runner hard. They're just a tough defense to break anything loose on.
And so the Orioles trying to decide, do they want to go for it or not? And I think with a 8-point lead, you have to punt the football here.
I agree, Bruce.
If you were trailing, it'd be a tough call. Maybe you go for it, but with the lead.
And the Orioles have done well in the field position game, so let's keep it that
Wow,
way.
look at that punt. High.
Great punt.
And towards the sideline.
See where they
it's
mark
going to be marked at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to go a little straighter, but then it just hooked right. So 15-yard line, though, still good for the Orioles. Long field for the Red Knights. Would love to get a 3-and-out here. 9 to play in the game.
Yeah, so they net 25 on that punt.
There's no wind, was really no factor there. It just kind of moved a little strange in the air. It looked like it was going to maybe go out at about the 4 or 5 to me, but then it just took a hard right.
They had a lot of height on that football, so he kicks it high and strong. Now the Red Knights would like to see if they can march down the field, tie up this football game. Quick pass in the backfield is for Dean.
Not much there for Ferdine.
Complete to Ferdine.
I think they're going for maybe a little screen that didn't quite develop.
Yeah, Zach Helfman and Bendrickson doing a great job on defense for the Orioles, stopping that play for a loss of yards. Both teams have picked up their defensive intensity here in the second half. Courtney, ball's tipped and almost caught still. That was number 83, Max Hobbs. And watch how this ball gets tipped at the line, but
and still almost caught.
Right. It's a great job by the defender getting his hands in the air.
Oh.
And a good defensive play too by Thomas Moot, who had good coverage on Max Hobbs.
Yep. So 3rd and 11.
Courtney steps up into the pocket. Now he throws across the field, and I don't know. Let's
that
see.
Looked out. They're calling it incomplete.
4th down, Red Knights.
That looked like the right call to me. Let's see what we can look at here. I'm pretty sure that ball hit the ground.
Yeah, Max Benning coming back for the football, and let's see what happens. Number 23, and let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, good call.
Yep.
He never even had possession.
Got it. Right. So that's a huge 3-and-out for the Orioles, now forcing the Red Knights to kick deep in their own territory, really have that field position game going on, which is favored. The Orioles have done so well this year, is keep it a short field for themselves.
Yeah, and that's again the reason why they punted that football from the 40-yard line, even though they only needed 1 or 2 yards. High snap, again into the end zone, and this is going to be the second safety from the same spot on the field.
Wow, Bruce. And that one hurts.
Well, that makes it a 2-possession game, and
10-point game, and the Orioles have the ball.
Yeah, special teams have been costly for Benilde. They've given up 4 points on safeties, and they've given up the long touchdown on the punt return. So.
That's absolutely true. Without those, who knows?
Yeah, really tough for the Red Knights, and again, now they're going to have to punt the football. But second safety of the game for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
So now with 8 minutes left in the game and down 10, the Orioles will have the ball. I would imagine they're going to do some plays to try to chew up as much clock as they can while still keeping a drive going and get Benilde into that situation where the clock is going to be a factor sooner than they wanted it to be.
So 8 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in regulation time. It's a high punt, not long, but high, and I think the Orioles will let this one roll. They've got a good, they're going to field it. We saw some crazy things happen on the last one.
We did, and now there's a flag on the field. And then they were indicating letting it go, but I like that the player there just decided, no, this thing is taking a huge red knight bounce. I can get this.
Well,
and he stopped it.
Walsh said, I took the last one all the way downfield. So.
And there's a flag on the field late in that play.
Late flag.
I think it's going to go against the Orioles. Usually it's an illegal block.
Yeah. Yep, it is. It's going to back them up. So really a nice kick, free kick, but a nice kick for them to drive him back. And the Orioles will have a long field ahead of them. But of course, for the 10-point lead and 8 minutes to go, it really favors them. They just have to keep driving the football.
The hitter he's got that ball that somehow he gets that great bounce. Every time that ball hits the ground, it's taken a Benilde-St. Margaret bounce.
Sure has. Got to be really careful with the football here.
Orioles will run the football on first down.
Ross on the carry for a short gain.
And with the Orioles, it seemed to get that 2-yard gain from Ross on the first down play.
I was going to say, both teams might be like, well, why don't we just skip first down and go right to 2nd and 8?
And you're running against Seaver with the club hand, it's like he's got that middle plugged up.
Yep. Wouldn't be surprised to see another give to Ross.
I think Dvorak will take it. Oh, got an encroachment. Going to be called against the Red Knights. Orioles with the hard count.
Yeah. And I like that. Dvorak with the hard count, they bit. And that's a big play. There's a huge difference in your playbook when you go from 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 3.
We saw that happen about 2 or 3 times in the Jefferson game where they were drawn off sides. And
Still 2nd down.
First time that it's happened to the Red Knights in this game. Again, it was pretty much a penalty-free first half. We saw, I think, 1 penalty in the whole first half. And we've got about 6 or 7 here in the second half.
But despite that, still some really good football being played by both teams other than 2 bad snaps.
2nd and 3, you can see some more hard counts.
Yeah, why not try it again?
And a first down for Ross, trying to get more as he gets across the 40-yard line. Orioles will keep the clock churning down, and we're under 7 minutes.
And that's Deontes Ross again there, Bruce, who just is so hard to take down. It is really hard to keep him from getting that 2 to 3 yards. He can make the big plays, but he also reminds me a little bit of back in the Leroy Horde days when he said, if you need 5 yards or 1 yard, I'll get you 3. If you need 5 yards, I'll get you 3.
Right. And, this is we saw the Orioles were trailing by 10 at this point of the game against Jefferson. They came back to tie the game, put it into overtime. Now they've got a lead, trying to take time off the clock, 6:35 and counting.
All it takes is one big play.
Yeah, Dvorak hands off. And again, I don't know, the referee's coming in like the ball is loose.
It looks like Benilde might have the ball. Nope. And I was just about to say it only. I'm glad you brought that up, Bruce, about the 10-point lead. 10 points is actually a little bit of a deceptive lead. It's often a smaller lead than it feels like. Oof.
I don't know. That ball, I think, was loose on the ground, but it looked like Ross may have fallen on it.
And so all it takes when you're down 10 is one big play, and you can be right back in it. So the Orioles have to be careful here. Protect the ball, be smart, and chew up that clock as much as you can. But don't dawdle.
Again, almost a fumbled handoff. And now Ross comes to the sideline, gets pushed out at the 50-yard line. But again, Ross struggled. Watch this handoff here. He bobbled it. He did a great job just to pull that football back in. And he had that ball put in his right hand as he's running to his right side.
Yeah.
And then he lowers his shoulder there. So.
Yeah, and like you said, Bruce, great job, a great focus on Ross to hang on to it, because you're really trained to not really think there, just hit the ball and go. And so it's easy to drop it when something's a little off target. So really good awareness on the part of Ross to hang on to it.
Right, now they're working the ball down. They're getting to where they can make this a field position game again. If they can get the first down, it's great. If they don't, they'll punt the football. And here's a push to the line, and they're going to be short by just about a half a yard.
Looks like it.
That was Oppegard. And again, this is a tough call, but they tried it once. It didn't work. They've got a 10-point lead. Does that give you enough of a leeway to say go for it here? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. The Red Knights have 3 timeouts. There's 4:19 to play in the game. That's plenty of time to generate 2 scores, especially if you give them the ball in midfield.
Here's what I do, Paul, is I try and draw them off sides and then punt the football.
Yep, hard count for sure. It's worked once before. It's really nothing to lose trying it again.
But you never know with this team.
You never know.
There's Dvorak. He's going to go under center.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know. They're going to say the Orioles moved.
A lot of finger pointing.
Delay of game, Orioles.
Delay of game.
That's what it was.
Well, that'll
makes
seal the deal.
And I really think that's what they were, just trying to see if they could get the Red Knights to jump.
Not too detrimental of a penalty there for the Orioles, though. It does back them up. See if they can get a big kick out of this.
Verdeen standing back at his own 20-yard line. 3:47 remaining here, and Zach Helfman to punt the football. Good snap. Plenty of time. Helfman gets this one up in the air. Fair catch signaled and caught. Again, and we've seen Verdeen have a couple of times where he's had trouble catching that football, and this time he does a good job to bring the football down at the 25-yard line. So now the Red Knights are sort of in hurry-up mode. They've got to make something happen here. They trail by 2 scores, 10 points. There's still plenty of time, 3:40 to go.
But that drive of the Orioles, even though it kind of stalled out at the end, not what they wanted, they still ticked off almost 5 minutes off the clock on that drive, which was huge. They had about 8 minutes on the clock when they got the ball, and now we're at 3:40.
Courtney back to pass.
Ooh.
Oh, we see a player brought down, and now Courtney just throws it out of bounds. It looked like one of the Orioles got tackled.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised there was no flag there. Maybe he tripped over himself, but it looked like a hold or a legal block to the back or something to me.
Credit too to the Orioles defensive backs as they've done really a good job of really guarding the receivers and not allowing Courtney to find any open receivers.
Yeah, Bruce, I said earlier in the game that the Orioles have struggled in the secondary a little bit, but you're right. They have been very good with Courtney having tons of time on a lot of plays, but nowhere to go with it.
Now Courtney steps into the pocket. He's looking downfield, throws short and incomplete.
So a crucial spot here for the Red Knights. With it 3rd and 10 and the ball only on the 24-yard line. You may say you're in 4-down territory, but you really want to get some yards on this play.
I think with all that time Courtney had, I think he did have a player or two open downfield, but unable to get that ball. I think as he's running, he's not setting his feet properly, and he's a little short on his throws. Of course, I never made the coaching ranks, so that's just my opinion. Back rolling to the far side is Courtney. Throws, has a player open.
He's got him.
And he's got him. Yep.
That's a big first down for the Red Knights. They really needed that.
Courtney's pass complete to Benning.
They've done a nice job of on this first set of downs here. They've only given up or let about 20 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, I like what Max Benning does is he keeps his feet inside at the side. He stays on the sideline, knows where the out of bounds is, gets his foot in, steps out, and they stop the clock. 3:20 to go. again, Orioles not getting pressure to the quarterback.
Open
Courtney has
field.
plenty of time to run the football all the way to midfield, breaks a tackle. Orioles going for the football and not getting the quarterback down, and now Courtney goes down at the 46-yard line.
Wow.
And did all that, and the clock still has 3:07 to go.
Yeah, huge play there. Good vision by Courtney to see the open field. It almost looked like he was going to slide, and but then he kept going, and he's so big and strong, hard to get down, picks up some extra yards. And the Red Knights are on the march.
Courtney's got to be tiring a little bit here after that one.
I think he's fired up, Bruce.
Sort of the cream of the crop rises, right? There he's going to throw downfield. Has a player open.
Got
it. And inside the 5-yard line.
Wow.
That is, again, number 23, Max Benning with a big catch. And now the Red Knights doing what they did at the end of the first half, marching down the field with no time off the clock.
The Orioles 4-yard
And a good tackle here to keep him from getting in the end zone. But the Red Knights have done exactly what they want to do. They've just driven the ball about 80 yards in less than a minute.
And Benning with great size and Favors really not able to do anything. We've got a stoppage. I think we'll get a procedure penalty against the Red Knights. That's a big penalty because they're inside their 5-yard line.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, you don't like having 1st and goal from like the 15.
False start, Red
False
Knights.
start, it'll only be a 5-yard penalty.
Right, but quite a difference when you're at that 9 from the 4-yard line. So.
Absolutely. 2:46 to play in the game. Red Knights down by 10, having a huge drive here late. No, I think you're right, Bruce. Courtney is looking a little tired as he was walking over to the sideline for some signals.
Benning's been the go-to guy. He lines up on the far side, guarded by Favors. Courtney, back to pass. He's going to have some pressure. Throws it up, incomplete.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had that pressure coming in, had to get rid of the ball maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted to and couldn't quite find his man, but it looked like he had someone in the end zone. Oh, yeah.
Looked like Jimmy Hager would put the pressure in on the quarterback.
It looked like the receiver was looking to maybe be fed over toward the sideline a little more, and Courtney threw it to the back of the end zone.
You know, it's premature, but if they get to a 4th down, do they kick a field goal here and make it a 1-possession game?
If you believe your kicker can do it, I would say yes. You got plenty of time.
Well, they give us to Ferdine, and they have been stopping that run play all game long.
They sure have. So it's going to be 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
With 3 timeouts left and 2 minutes to go, looks like they are going to go for it.
No, it's 3rd down. So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I said 3rd down, and then I acted like it was 4th down.
Here comes Courtney again. We'll see if they look for Benning. Back to pass, throws for that corner again for Benning.
Yep, too far.
Yeah, it's too far. So now we'll see.
Pass incomplete, brings up 4th and goal.
Minute 44 to go. Red Knights down by 10. You can see the ball just thrown too deep there.
And Sean McMenemy has a decision to make here. Do you make it a 1-score game?
Or do you go for it? Either way, you're going to have to get the ball back. Either way, you're going to need to get the ball back and score again.
So the game's riding on this play here because they're going for the touchdown. So back to pass, Courtney. Throws it, has a player too high, incomplete.
Orioles
And the Orioles stop the Red Knights after a big bomb down the sidelines. They get inside the 5-yard line, get a penalty, taking them down to the 9, and unable to get that ball in the end zone. So now the Orioles will make the Red Knights use their timeout.
The homecoming faithful jumping up and down. What a night for St. Louis Park. Let's hear it, guys. Not over yet, still 1:40 left, and the Red Knights have timeouts, barring anything real fluky. It's been done before, a 10-point deficit in a minute and a half. The Vikings did it in the playoffs in 1997, I believe.
Yeah, again, Orioles have to hold on to the football now. They're deep in their own territory. That's a nice gain. Gives them
Pass on the carry.
gets out of their own territory a little bit there with 4 or 5 yard gain, and we'll get the first timeout called for the Red Knights.
Yep, really nice gain right there. It's makes them get the first down a little easier, but as you said, Bruce, it gets you out of that scary territory where a fumble can turn into a touchdown.
Second down.
Coach Foster hoping his team can hold on for their third win of the season. They'd start off 3-1, which is be a great start for the St. Louis Park Oriole team.
It would be a great start for the Orioles. It's been a great start for the Orioles.
Yep.
It's been just an incredible night of football. Looks like a lot of the Red Knight fans seem to be heading for the parking lot. And it's just one of those nights, at homecoming. And again, after that whole pandemic year with, things being shut down, and the homecoming dance was a weird outside thing, and there wasn't really many fans in the stands, and it's like it's all back right now. And the St. Louis Park Orioles faithful here is just having a beautiful night, the kind of night that high school is all about.
Paul, you do a good job putting it into words. I think you should do that in the church. I think you do it in the church.
I try.
Pastor Paul here.
Red Knights.
That's how I recruited you. I knew you'd be good at describing the play. Plus, you got that excitement level too, Paul.
Yeah.
I gotta love it.
I just got to stop stepping on your touchdown calls.
Oh, you're okay. I take a little long to call that touchdown. You can beat me to it.
So 1:28 to go.
Third down for the Orioles.
Middle school principal Jason Bowe in the house.
Orioles really a first down from being able to just run out the clock.
One timeout left for the Red Knights. It's kind of spot though where he'd like to get a first down to just seal it.
Well, Coach Hanks was coach for the Red Knights for so many years, and Coach, stepped down, and new coaching staff, and it just may take a little bit of time for this team to really make things happen. And there's a big first down for the Orioles.
And that looks like Deontez Ross with a huge first down. That should seal the deal. And if you're the Red Knights, it's been a really frustrating opening to your season. But again, they played a really tough schedule, and this is a much, much improved St. Louis Park football team.
It really is, and a lot of credit goes to the coaching staff, but also their quarterback, Will Dvorak, who's done such an outstanding job protecting the football, finding receivers when he's needed to, and what a great game and what a great leader he is on the field. So
he is, and he's a very hard worker. As I said before, he's my next door neighbor. He is out there. He and Deontez are out there almost every day working on things with his dad.
Pass on the carry.
Lifted hard in the off season to beef up a little bit. He's a hard worker, great leader, and he's really shown leadership this year on this team.
Well, the Red Knights are not going to stop the clock. They have one timeout left. They're going to let this one run down. We're down to one more play for the Orioles. Homecoming, this is what it's about. They haven't had too many of these homecoming wins over the years. You can see the coach on the sidelines. He's getting the sidelines all fired up.
Great night for the St. Louis Park Orioles, but again, the Red Knights should not hang their heads too low. They're a good football team. They're off to a rough start. Get out there next week and get the win, Red Knights. And there it is.
Homecoming game over the Red Knights of Benilde-St. Margaret.
Big win for the St. Louis Park Orioles. They now go to 3-1. 0-4 for the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights. St. Louis Park now faces Orono in their next game at home.
That'll be a tough one.
That should be a tough one, and that'll be a good test for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Yeah, they've definitely shown some improvement this year. They are a much better football team. This is a good football team, and they've played some good games already, but next week is going to be a really good test for them.
And what's big for the Orioles is they came out of this game unscathed. We didn't see any big injuries. We've got a healthy roster coming into their next game, and that's so important. You know, when you look at the size of the St. Louis Park roster, and you can fit their whole roster on one page of paper, where you got other teams where you got 2 full pages. They've done really a great job with this program, and to put players in the right position to be able to win these football games.
Very well said, Bruce. And again, with the Red Knights, I think they've got a lot to build on. Well, they had a big, strong quarterback in Courtney. It'll be interesting to see the direction these two teams take in the second half of this football season.
So again, we want to thank everyone for joining us for tonight's football game. A great one it was for the St. Louis Park Orioles, and as they now up their record of 3-1 with a 31-21 win. On behalf of our crew, who's done a great job providing us all the pictures, the highlights, the footage, and replays and graphics. They do a great job every game, and we want to thank them for the job that they did. And Paul, again, I want to thank you. You do a great job on covering for this old guy here who's in his 45th year, 43rd year here covering games. So.
It is always an honor to broadcast with the legendary Bruce Oberman. So thank you for bringing me in. It's a great time, good fun.
So the border battle is over tonight. St. Louis Park the victor, 31-21 win. Thanks again, everyone. So long here from St. Louis Park. Homecoming night, Orioles win. Good night.